Hello, and thanks for joining me on this channel. If this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe, right? And also help me share. As you can see, my channel is new, and this is my very first video. Um, I want to talk about Charlie Kirk, and first of all, my condolences to his family, members of his close circle, and his associate. His death is very painful because I didn't know about Charlie Kirk before, to be honest, until I saw the news of his death and I decided to study him. But then I realized that I kind of like had a double-faced life. So in some of the videos, he's there championing good things, he's seen as a good Christian, fighting for the youth and all of that. In another video, he's talking about gun violence and the need for some mass death to exist or to occur before the Second Amendment can be enacted. The painful part is he was talking about gun violence when he was shot. Take a look.
Not counting gang violence. Great.
Now, that this happened because he was literally talking to young people. And it appears to me that the shooter is no newbie because the person actually went for the jugular. And there is no way you want to survive that kind of a shot. Apparently, using my experience as a student of science, medical sciences, importantly, that particular part here, right, where it was shot, which is, this is where the heart is, being shot here is instant. It's the same thing when you want to do self-defense, and you want to take someone out completely, that aspect. And it appears to me that Charlie was already gone before he even hit the ground. And it just says a lot about the gun violence in the United States of America and the urgent need to regulate it. And this goes without saying that yes, we might have stance at certain point in time, but unfortunately, when our stance changes, it becomes difficult for us to change what our stance has been. Over time, Charlie had lived a life, where he was a different person and then became another person. But his statements, his comments, have long gone ahead. I'm wondering if this would change the face of gun control in the United States. I'm wondering if this would change the face of gun regulation in the United States. I read that the POTUS President Donald Trump had asked the flag to fly at half-mast, which is also a bit concerning because just in June, right, a Minnesota politician and wife, were killed and the flag did not fly at half-mast. And so it then says a lot about how politically motivated some of these things can be. And it's such a painful thing. Charlie was a young chap, in fact 31, who had so much ahead of him. But it says a lot about the choices that we make. Great guy in some circles, bad guy in other circles. And that's the way life is. I think that in life, especially if you're involved in any movement whatsoever, you be a good guy to some persons, you be a bad guy to some persons, and it's just important that you realize that whatever side you pick, whatever side you are a part of, when your stance changes, people will not be there to hear about those stands, and so you want to be sure to check in and I wouldn't say be consistent, right, but be careful and think properly about your principles and the principles that guide you. My heart goes out to his family. Look at some of the tweets that are flying here and there. Just take a look, and you'll be amazed at what people are digging out about what he has said about gun control and gun violence. And it's hard and sad to watch and to read some of these things because in his later years he had gone ahead to do great stuff in terms of encouraging the youth. Let's listen to some of these speeches.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year,
Yeah.
so that we can have the Second Amendment to
Such a-
protect our other God-given
such a
rights.
great guy. But again, at the rally, I mean, what was he saying? Look at this tweet by the BBC, for example. Where someone had asked him some questions, and his response. Well, let me know what you guys think. Once again, rest in peace to him. And I do hope that this is a wake-up call to you, to me, to the entire country of the United States and around, and for countries who are beginning to look at gun regulations. The thing about gun control is that if it's not nipped in the bud, it can skyrocket. I watched a film recently. I've forgotten the title. It had to do with gun control, and it gave me an idea of how bad things can get, in the sense of I want to defend myself, because what that now means is the government cannot defend me, so let me defend myself. Because if you say you don't want to have it, the other person is not thinking that way, so people are now forced to kind of like defend themselves, and I think that's basically what is happening. I pray that his family finds a place, finds some comfort during these trying times, and may the soul of Charlie Kirk and the faithful departed rest in peace and rest in perfect peace. Thank you.